Hi everyone, it's really nice to see you all. Good afternoon. Thank you all for being here. How are you all doing today? How was your week so far? Alyssa is saying that her week is going really good so far. That's nice to hear. I'm so glad. Mine is going really well as well. Yeah, I would say it's going good. Nice. Now that you all are here, you ready to start? Okay, great. So I'm really excited to show you all what we are going to be doing today. Do you all remember the theme for these lessons? Very good. So our theme is Trinidad and Tobago and our Caribbean neighbors. So today we are going to be doing our agricultural science lesson. The topic for today is food frenzy. So who here loves to eat? I love to eat and I love food. So let's find out why our lesson today is named Food Frenzy. Yeah, let's go. Look at that. What's that? Very good, Kimberly. That's doubles. Yeah. And who likes cucumber and doubles and sweet sauce? I mean, I don't, but I know there are a lot of people who do. Yeah. What else do we have here? Pastel, and we get pasta mainly around. Right, Justin said Christmas time. Very good. And these are two famous and unique dishes in our country. Let's see what else we have. Bacon shack. Who here loves bacon shack? I see Alyssa saying she loves bacon shack. And her family goes to the beach just to get the bacon shack. I do as well. I do as well. Crab and dumplings. Well, this is one of my favorite dishes ever. Yeah, Sean is saying the same thing for him as well. I just showed you four famous and delicious dishes from Trinidad and Tobago. Let's look at some other dishes and tell me if you recognize them. Chicken and rice and some fritters, right? A fish sandwich and something that looks like some mini empanadas, rice and peas, some plantain, very good. Right, so let me tell you a little story, right? My aunt, she lives in Guadeloupe. Usually, when she is coming to Trinidad, she asks me to have a doubles waiting for her in the airport. So when she arrives, I have that doubles there. When I go to collect her, she she just can't wait to eat the doubles. She misses it so much because she can't get doubles in Guadeloupe. Yeah. Similarly, we can't get certain dishes that is famous in Guadeloupe. We can't. And these dishes we don't really recognize because they are famous dishes in very good. Adam said it. Other Caribbean countries. So today we will be learning about famous dishes, unique and famous dishes from other Caribbean countries, as well as Trinidad and Tobago. So we have some pretty delicious dishes here. Today we are going to learn about unique and famous local dishes from 11 different Caribbean islands. We will also learn about how these unique and famous local dishes from different Caribbean islands can lead to food tourism. You all don't know what food tourism is as yet, so I will explain what food tourism is and how the dishes that we learn about can lead to food tourism. And then we are going to design a poster or flyer advertising a unique dish created by us that can enhance food tourism. Who's excited? I am. I am. Right, so let's begin. What are some unique and famous local dishes from different Caribbean islands? Sean is saying he had juke chicken from Jamaica. Yeah, I did as well, and it was really delicious. Yeah. Emily is saying that she really loves crab and dumplings from Trinidad and Tobago. I do too. I really do. So let's see some unique and famous local dishes from other Caribbean islands. Yeah. What does this look like? Looks like rice. Keisha is saying some meat. Yeah, I'm seeing some pepper, some red peppers as well. Mm-hmm. Let's see what this is. From Cuba, we have ropa vieja. So this name is in Spanish, yes? It means old clothes, and there's a little tale that helped to name this dish. It's a hearty stew made with shredded beef, tomato sauce, onions, and peppers. The stew is usually served with yellow rice. Well, we see white rice here, but it's traditionally served with yellow rice. So the little tale goes that there was once a little old poor man that had no money to buy something to eat. So he shredded his clothes and made it into a stew. We obviously know we can't eat our clothes. So, it's a little tale that helped to name the dish. What do y'all think about it? It looks really delicious. I would really love to try this dish as well. Let's see what else we have. Hmm, what does this look like? Alyssa is saying it looks like scrambled eggs mixed up with some other stuff. Sean is saying she's seeing provision. I agree, and I'm seeing green peppers and red peppers. So let's see what this dish is. From Jamaica, ackee and saltfish. You all already know what saltfish is because we have saltfish in Trinidad and Tobago. Ackee, however, is a pear-sized fruit and looks like scrambled eggs when cooked. This is how ackee looks when it's raw. So it's a fruit. Fun fact about ackee, it cannot be eaten raw. It's poisonous when it's raw. So we can only eat it when it's cooked. And the saltfish is boiled, then fried up with green peppers and onions. What do y'all think about this dish? You'd like to try it sometime? I definitely would as well. Let's see what else we have. This looks quite interesting. What y'all think? Justin is saying it looks like a soup. Mm-hmm. Adam is saying it looks like some sort of stew. I agree. I think it looks like a little bit like stew chicken as well. So let's see what it is. From the Cayman Islands, we have turtle stew. Oh, that's interesting. Remember in our last lesson, the Spanish lesson we looked at the Spanish named Caribbean islands, and we saw that when Columbus first spotted the Cayman Islands, he called them Las Tortugas because of all the sea turtles there. Turtle, therefore, has always been a famous dish or delicacy of the Cayman Islands. Now, we're not really accustomed eating turtle. I'm not accustomed. I don't know if any of you all are. But I'm not really accustomed eating turtle. But we have to be respectful of other people's culture and what they like and what they like to eat, yes? Right. So let's move on. What you all seeing here? Justin is saying that the bowl on the right looks like oatmeal. I agree. Sean is saying that he doesn't know what the bowl on the left is. Well, we'll find out. Alyssa is saying like it looks like the bowl on the right looks like porridge. I agree with her. It does. Let's see what it is. From Tits and Caicos, we have grits and boiled fish. So the flaky white fish is normally cooked with potatoes and lots of spices, with a little lime dripped over the top to add the flavor. The grits, which is made of cornmeal, is cooked in milk and other seasonings to make it thick and creamy. So the dish on the right isn't made from oats. It's made from cornmeal, which is really interesting. It looks really good. I would love to try this dish. Who else would love to? Jada's saying she would love to try this dish as well. I would. Let's see what else we have. This is a given. I know you all know what this is. Malachi is saying crab and callaloo, right from our very own Trinidad and Tobago. So the dasheen leaves are cooked and blended with seasonings, and the crab is simmered in a soup-like base. What y'all usually eat this with? Amy is saying cuckoo, which is another dish made from cornmeal. So it's really interesting how cornmeal can be used to make different dishes. As we saw before, the grits, and now Amy is mentioning the cuckoo. Emily is saying she eats it with rice. Alyssa is saying she eats it with macaroni pie. You can eat it with anything, really. It's really interesting. I love it. I love this dish. Let's see what else we have. This looks interesting. It looks like some potato balls. You know, when you go to buy food and you see in the showcase that they have some balls of potato prepared, it looks something like that. Kimberly is saying that she agrees. Let's see what it is. From Aruba, we have keshiena. It's a large round ball of cheese stuffed with meat, beef, chicken, or goat, and baked or steamed. That's really interesting. I would like to try this dish. It sounds yummy. Who else would like to try this dish? Adam is saying he'd like to try it as well. Let's see what else we have. So far, we've looked at some pretty delicious and interesting dishes. So let's see what else we have to go. What does this remind you all of? Shauna's saying a shepherd's pie. I agree. It kind of looks like a shepherd's pie, yeah. Let's see what it is. This is really interesting. From Curacao, we have Keshiena. And what's interesting about this? What do you all notice? Right, Malachi is saying that he noticed that the dish from Aruba and the dish from Curacao have the same name. Why you think this is? Remember in the first class we did the ABC Islands? Right. So Kimberly is saying that because they are so close together, the dishes are so similar and it has the same name. Yeah, because they share the culture, they share similar dishes because they are so close together in the same little area in the Caribbean. They share a lot of things. Keshiena, meaning stuffed cheese, is traditionally made with beef, goat, or chicken meat along with vegetables, seasonings, and raisins. But we can also see that Aruba's Keshiena and Curaçao's Keshiena is kind of different in the way that it looks. So although it's the same dish and it's really similar, it's kind of different at the same time. Yeah, you all agree? Let's see what else we have. This looks really interesting. Kevin is saying it looks like scalloped potatoes with stew chicken. Adam is saying it looks like some broccoli and some bhaji next to, well, he doesn't know what that is. Kevin is saying it looks like a soup with a mountain of potato. Let's see what it is. From Antigua and Barbuda, we have fungi and pepper pot. Fungi is a ball made of cornmeal and okra. So here we see another dish made of cornmeal. You see how much things cornmeal can make? We saw the grits, then Amy mentioned the cuckoo. Now we are seeing fungi being made from cornmeal. It's really interesting. The stew is made with cassareep, which is the syrup from boiled cassava, and any available meat or fish. So I think the cassareep is to thicken the stew. I would love to try this dish, definitely. Who else would? Kevin is saying he would love to try this dish as well. Let's see what else we have. Oh, this is really interesting. Amy is saying it kind of looks like chicken soup that her mom makes. Let's see what it is. From Haiti, we have soup jamu or pumpkin soup. So apart from the pumpkin or squash, the thick savory jamu is loaded with other vegetables, beef flavorings such as thyme, parsley, and chili peppers. So it's a pumpkin soup with meat and vegetables. I bet that really tastes good. It looks really good. I would love to try this as well. Justin is agreeing with me. This one looks interesting. I'm seeing some bones. Okay, so it's some sort of meat. Looks like a stew. What do you all think? Keisha is saying it looks like a soup slash stew. Let's see what it is. From Guadeloupe, we have pork colombo. The pork is seasoned with herbs and spices and stewed with green peppers, onion, garlic, sweet potatoes, tomatoes, and spicy peppers. This is a really interesting dish, and I think it can be eaten with rice, macaroni pie. You can eat it with potatoes. You can eat it with anything you want, really. It looks interesting. Let's see what else. This looks really good. Alyssa is saying it looks like fried chicken. Kevin is saying it looks like fried squid. You've had fried squid already? That's interesting. Amy is saying that it looks kind of like fried fish. Let's see what it is. From the Bahamas, we have cracked conch, fried conch, or in Trinidad, we say conchs. Cracked conchs. Your parents, you probably heard your parents saying conchs before. So cracked, also known as fried. So when they say cracked, they mean fried. The cracked conchs is pounded and breaded in a way similarly to fried chicken. So as we can see the image there, it looks a lot like little bits of fried chicken. Mm-hmm. What you all think? And it has a little dipping sauce as well. Amy is agreeing, right? So now we have a little activity to do. So I'm gonna put this link in the chat for you, and you will click on the link and let me know when you are on the Padlet forum. The link is in the chat. Click on the link and I will share the Padlet forum with you all. Okay, let me explain what you have to do. From all the dishes we just learned, post about a dish you have either tried, one you would like to try, or one you did not know existed. You can also add a dish that we did not talk about, but it's one that you know, and you can also add the country this dish is from and describe it. Here I have the list of the dishes that we did in class and the countries they are from. And I added a little example for you all where I spoke about the Keshiena from Aruba or Curacao. And I also spoke about one of my favorite dishes, crab and callaloo. I'm going to give you all a few minutes to complete this exercise. I'm seeing Amy talking about how she would like to try the cracked kongs from the Bahamas. That's really interesting. She said it's kind of like fried chicken and fried fish, which is like her favorite food. So she would like to try this one. I find that's really interesting. Yeah, I would like to try it as well. I'm seeing Justin talking about the pork colombo from Guadeloupe, how he would like to eat that with rice. Yeah, that's a good one. And he also added a little image of it. I'm seeing Jada talking about the ackee and saltfish from Jamaica. Yeah, I would like to feel the texture of the ackee because it looks so much like scrambled eggs. Yeah. I'm seeing Alyssa talking about the boiled fish and grits from Tits and Caicos. Yeah, that one was an interesting dish. I would love to taste the grits, especially to taste how the cornmeal is made differently because I've tried cuckoo already. So I would like to taste the boiled fish and grits. All right, great. So everyone has completed the little activity. We just learned about the famous or unique dishes from different Caribbean islands. We're gonna take 2 minutes break and then we're gonna come back and learn about food tourism. Okay? Okay, great. So we're all back. I'm gonna share my screen and show you all the PowerPoint. Okay, we're gonna talk a little bit about food tourism. What do y'all think food tourism is? Jada is breaking up the two terms and she says that food is what we eat and tourism is when you travel to a different country to visit. Let's learn some more about food tourism. Excuse me. Food tourism involves persons traveling to different countries and islands, or even from different parts of the same country or island, to experience or try the unique foods of that country or island. For example, I live in San Fernando, South Trinidad, and I travel to Maracas pretty often just to get a bacon shack. And that's food tourism. I don't need to go to another country, but I live in the same country that I travel to. I just travel to a different part of the same country to try a famous and popular food. And that's food tourism. For example, if I wanted to try the cracked conch from the Bahamas and I traveled to the Bahamas just to try that, that's also food tourism. So you can, food tourism is traveling to a different country or island to try their food, or to different parts of your own country or island to try the food. Do you all understand? Are there any questions? Kimberly wants to say something. Okay, so Kimberly is saying if it's kind of like as she lives in Port of Spain, if she travels to Debe, if she comes to Debe to try the doubles, if that's food tourism, that's definitely food tourism. Yep, correct. How can the unique and famous local dishes from different Caribbean islands lead to food tourism? You all are going to be working in a group to answer this question. I will put you all in groups. Well, there are 10 of you all here today. So 2 groups of 3 and 1 group of 4. I will put you all into breakout rooms and I will enter each breakout room to see how you all are doing with the activity. Okay, great. Hi, group 1. What have you all come up with so far? Right, so when people see the attractive dishes and they post it on social media, other people see and they visit the country or the parts of the country to taste these dishes, right? And then that way the food leads to food tourism because it's very attractive, and social media helps to advertise these dishes. You all are on the right track. Very good. I'm gonna go to group 2 now. Hi, group 2. How are y'all doing so far? Right. So when tourists come from other countries or islands to a particular Caribbean island, they bring and they come to try the food, they bring money into that island. Very good. The food leads to food tourism in that it helps to grow the economy and it helps to bring money into the island. You're on the right track. Very good. Gonna go to group 3 now. Hi, group 3. How are y'all doing? Okay, yeah. So Justin is telling me that when people are attracted to the food from a particular place in their island or even a different island, they end up learning about the culture or the history or the background of the island or the people and even the dish. That's very good. That's a very good suggestion. I agree with you. Very good. Okay, everyone, so we're back to the main session and we're gonna create a little concept map of all your ideas. So you're gonna give me your ideas and I will put it into this little concept map here. How can the unique and famous dishes from different Caribbean countries lead to food tourism? Right. Group 1. Okay, so group 1 is saying that the food that is attractive, so social media advertises the food which attracts persons to that part or island to try the food. Right, so social media advertises the food which attracts persons to the part of the island or a different island to try the food. Very good. So in that way, the food leads to food tourism because as it is advertised, persons are attracted to it. What else? Group 2. What does group 2 have? Right, so when the food is attractive, so the food attracts, excuse me, so the food attracts persons to the part of the island or different or different island and persons bring money to that island. Right, so that contributes to the country's economy. The people bring money into this island, contributing to development and the betterment of the island. So what else? So when persons, right, very good. Group three are attracted to the food, they end up learning about the culture and traditions of the island as well. I agree. That's a very good point. I agree with you. Yeah, right. Very good. You all came up with some really good points. Yep. So how can unique and famous dishes? So you all use the knowledge from the first part where you thought about the famous dishes we learned about and how it can help to and how it can lead to food tourism for those specific Caribbean islands. I'm very proud of you all. So I'm gonna share the PowerPoint again. Right, so I have another activity for you all. So we covered two parts of the lesson so far. This is the third part. I'm going to put this link, the Canva link, into the chat. So you will go on the chat, click on the Canva link, and I will give you further instructions. Right. So when you go onto the Canva link, you are going to create a poster or a flyer advertising a dish that you created or any dish you choose for a particular Caribbean country. So as you can see here, I am advertising macaroni pie, callaloo, red beans, and stew chicken for Trinidad and Tobago. You are going to go onto Canva, create your poster and flyer, and then you are going to post it on the Padlet forum. So I'm also going to put the Padlet link in the chat for you all to access. For all of us to be able to see your posters, I am also going to add my Padlet post to the forum. So let me go and do that while you all are working on your posters. Via advertising my dish for Trinidad and Tobago. And I will add my image of my flyer. Right? That's all you need to do. Okay, great. I'm seeing some people already uploading their flyers to the forum. Their flyers slash posters. Kimberly has a really nice one where she created the dish of stew fish and cornmeal balls, kind of like the fungi that we saw. So she created that to advertise for Antigua and Barbuda, since it's so similar to the fungi and pepper pot. Right, very good. I'm seeing Sean advertising a dish that he created. It's not really a new dish, but it's nice. I really like this dish. It's rice, callaloo, and stewed chicken. He's advertising for Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah, that's really interesting. I like that one. I'm seeing Kevin advertising baked crab backs. Really interesting for Guadeloupe. Okay, Baked crab backs for Guadeloupe. Really interesting. Okay, great. You all really did this activity well. I'm so happy to see your posters and your flyers. So that was part 3 of the lesson. Right, let's recap. What did we learn today? Did we learn about unique and famous local dishes from 11 different Caribbean islands? Name a few for me. Yeah, Amy is saying she learns about the crack kongs from the Bahamas. Very good. Sean is saying he learns about the pork colombo from Guadeloupe. Very, very good. What else? Kevin is telling me that he learns about the fungi and pepper pot from Antigua and Barbuda. I found that was such an interesting dish. And I remember learning about the keshiena from Aruba and Curacao. Okay, great. Did we learn about how these unique and famous local dishes from different Caribbean islands can lead to food tourism? Okay, great. Adam is telling me that when that the dishes attract persons to the different parts of the islands or to even other islands. When persons come in, they bring money as well. Right, so they bring money as well. And my screen just stopped sharing, so I'm gonna start it back. Right, so he was saying that they bring money into the island. Right, very good. And Jada is telling me that when dishes attract persons to the islands, they also learn about the culture or history of that island. Very good. And social media plays a big part in advertising these dishes. So you know what? We did design a poster or flyer advertising a unique dish created by us that can enhance food tourism. So as we mentioned, the social media and advertising for the Caribbean islands, we created a form of advertisement for the dish that we made. And we advertised it for a Caribbean island, which leads to food tourism. Yes, I agree as well. Now it's quiz time. So who's ready? I'm going to put the link in the chat and you will click on the link and complete the quiz. Then we will come back here. Well, you will stay on the call, complete the quiz, and we will correct the quiz together. I'll give you a few minutes to complete the quiz and then we'll correct it together. Okay, great. So everyone's finished. Let's begin with the quiz. So you all put your first and last name up here. Let's begin. Which island's national dish is grits and boiled fish? So Kevin is telling me Jamaica. What you all think about that? Yeah, I don't think so either. Right, so Kimberly is telling me it's Turks and Caicos. Very good. So that's our answer. Name the dish below and the island it is native to. So Amy is telling me that this dish is the one that looks like scrambled eggs, which is ackee and saltfish, and it is from Jamaica. So this is ackee and saltfish from from Jamaica. Very good. Name the dish that fits this description and the island it is native to. Dasheen leaves are cooked and blended with seasonings and the crab is simmered in a soup-like base. Alyssa really wants to answer this one. Let's go. She says that this is crab and callaloo from Trinidad and Tobago. Let's put that Is that correct? Yes, it is. Right, next one. Which dish is native to two Caribbean islands? Alyssa is telling me Keshiena. And remember, I did my Padlet post on Keshiena, which was native to Aruba and Curacao. So she's correct, yes? What is food tourism? Who would like to answer this one? Okay, Sean, you can go ahead. Sean is saying that food tourism is when persons visit other islands or even other countries or even different parts of the same country that they live in to try new foods or try famous or popular foods. I agree. So when persons visit other countries or another part of their own country to try famous foods. Very good. Which dish below is fungi and pepper pot from the islands of Antigua and Barbuda? And this was a really interesting dish. Malachi is telling me option 3. Yeah, that's correct. Name the national dish of Haiti. What is that? Remember, we went through that. So, Jada wants to answer. Right, so that was soup jamu. Yeah, soup jamu was the dish that we learned. Very good. Name and describe the national dish of Guadeloupe. Somebody was telling me, Kevin. Kevin wrote his Padlet post on that dish. He wants to answer, okay? Pork Colombo. Very good. And this is pork stewed with vegetables and seasonings. Very good, Kevin. Give one way in which famous dishes from different Caribbean islands can lead to food tourism. Alyssa wants to answer this one. What's one way? Food attracts persons through social media slash advertisements, which leads to food tourism. Very good. Name the dish below and state which island it is native to and describe it. Okay, so this is the one that looks like fried chicken or fried fish. Yeah, Kimberly. Name the dish below. So this is, yeah, cracked kongs. State the island, the Bahamas. Describe it. So it is pounded and buttered, pounded, buttered, and fried. Pounded, buttered, and fried like fried chicken. Very good. Let's submit. I didn't put my name. Yep. I'm seeing you all putting your scores in the chat. You all did very well, and I'm very proud of you all. Right, we did the quiz. Thank you all so much for participating in this lesson and for being so attentive and for being so happy and excited about it. I know food is something that makes us all happy and excited. I hope you all learned a lot from this lesson. So thank you and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.